Thank you so much for attending my presentation about terrifying competitive Pokemon, and first let's talk about Primal Kyogre. Of all the Pokemon in this video, this is the most simple. The monster has the second highest special attack stat in the game, sitting at 180. While powerful, things get even scarier when you look at Water Spout. It's a strong spread water move that scales with HP. When at full, it is 150 base power, but even with some chip, it's outdamaging Hydro Pump. Primal Kyogre can also set Permanent Rain. The only relevant things that can stop it are Primal Groudon and Mega Rayquaza. It had the most success in VGC, where it was on 5 of the top 8 teams at Worlds 2016. Water Spout is too much damage to handle for the meta. In singles, it's worse though, and is actually somewhat mediocre in Ubers. With how dominant Primal Groudon is, keeping your Rain on the field is kinda difficult, and its relatively low speed makes it tough to keep healthy. Not the best Primal, but in terms of sheer power, it's almost unmatched. GSC Jinx has become one of my least favorite Pokemon to play against. Even though its stats are really bad, it's one of the tier's offensive pillars, especially in the lead slot, so it makes it so scary. Jinx is one of the Pokemon responsible for Thief's Rise in Gen 2. Stealing items is very strong, as raiding something of leftovers can be damning. Considering how much switching there can be in GSC, Spike's damage racks up fast, and without lefties to help, things can get out of hand. It also has the volatile Lovely Kiss with a 75% chance to put the opponent to sleep. Gen 2 sleep is infamously horrible, lasting 1 to 7 turns. Getting something slept, God forbid if they don't have sleep talk, it's a giant pain in the ass. Of course, Jinx can also roll freeze chances and special defense drops with Ice Beam and Psychic respectively. Funnily enough, because of all this, some players want it banned. Even so, it's definitely not broken, it's just fucking horrifying and pretty risky. Grimmsnarl is really carried by Prankster, making all its status moves go first. Even though it's not crazy strong on its own, the sheer amount of stuff it can do is awkward to play around. The most common is setting screens, which significantly reduce the damage your side takes from either physical or special moves. This is often used on scary hyper-offense teams. A great example of this is stored power threats who amass approximately a jillion stat buffs and then click the funny move to end games early. Tricking an item like Iron Ball or a choice item can completely destroy walls or even set up Pokemon. Sworce Dance Garchomp is great until of course you can only click Sworce Dance. In singles, it oftentimes forgoes this for a bulk upset. Even though it's normally really slow, it can boost before everything with Prankster and even set substitutes. Finally, with the priority attacking move and Sucker Punch, it can win games before you even have the chance to move. From day one, Basculegion was destined for greatness. The absurdity of its move Last Respects was well documented with Houndstone. When you have 5 fainted teammates, it jumps up to 300 base power and can even KO resists. The dog's 1-on-1 attack was already enough to ban it from OU, but with 112 attack and adaptability, nothing could take it on. While Basculegion wasn't able to use the move in most singles tiers, it fucking terrorized Ubers. With an agility boost, it could outspeed basically the entire metagame and just win from there. It was even immune to the best form of priority in the tier, Arceus' extreme speed. This led to random shit like her Rhydon using Terra Normal to win, but Basculegion's power was too much and Last Respects was banned. It was also really good in VGC. With only 3 teammates, it maxed out at 200 base power, but that was still more than anything in Regulation D. Basculegion often used its other ability, Swift Swim, on rain teams to be nearly impossible to outspeed. The offensive duo of Last Respects and Wave Crash were very difficult to handle, and saw a ton of good usage with several day 2s at Worlds. In conclusion, Pokemon can be scary for many different reasons. Sometimes they're versatile, sometimes they're volatile, and sometimes they're just completely fucking absurd. Thank you so much for watching.